I could see like a little bit. Oh my god. Stings a little bit in my right eye. That's why it keeps tearing up. It's annoying. I'll see you guys later. I just got back from my surgery. I just want to talk about it really fast while everything is still fresh in my mind. So yeah, like my friend just dropped me off and I can't stop crying. Yeah, I'll give you a look at my eyes. I don't know if they look any different or not. Yeah. So then they also told me, okay, sorry, I'm getting kind of like off track, but so I got there, 2:30. They had me look at some papers, read some stuff, like pre-operation type stuff and post-op, like what I should do, what I should avoid, and then they did some tests again. Like last time I went there, the first time I went there was like a couple weeks back to see if I was a candidate for LASEK. They did like countless tests and it took like 2 hours, like literally took 2 hours. But this time they only did like maybe like 5 or 6. Like, and then I also did like another vision test. I don't know why. I guess it's just to be like just to double check. And then they draw my blood because they made a blood serum, like an eye drop blood serum out of my blood, and they say it takes like 30 minutes to make. So they drew my blood and then they had to like, process it, whatever, in their lab. My doctor, Dr. Lee, he could speak little English. It wasn't great, but I mean it was enough to communicate. Obviously I could speak some Korean, so but he didn't say much to me in Korean except for like, oh, we're finished, good job, and blah blah blah. And I was just like, oh, thank you, 감사합니다, in Korean. That's like the only Korean we spoke. But the whole time during the operation he just kept, look straight please, look straight please, like that's, kept chanting that, which made me really nervous because I was like in my head like, am I not looking straight, like, or is he just trying to remind me? But anyways, so they had me wait for a little bit. They did the blood, they did the extra checks, and then I had to go. Then they were like, okay, we're ready for you, and I got really nervous. And then they took me into the operation room. They put, well, I had to take off my jacket, my sweater, but I still kept off my t-shirt and my pants. So like I didn't really have to like, like in most surgery, because I've had shoulder surgery where you had to get naked and like wear nothing but, well, I think I had my boxers on, but nothing but like the medical gown. But then they put a gown on me. They put like a shower cap deal on my head. And then they had me look up in the chair, and they're like, the nurses were dropping like anesthesia drops into my eye. And then sorry, I can't think right now. And then after that, they rub my face with like, I don't even know, they're just cleaning my face, like my whole face basically, with like some cleanser. And then they had me lay down on the operation bed, and like I laid there for about like 10-15 minutes until the doctor came, and they're just like, oh, just wait for the doctor, keep your eyes closed. And I guess they're probably waiting for like the anesthesia to kick in. But I was just laying there and I was like, oh, I was getting super nervous. And finally the doctor gets there, and they started with my right eye first, and then they went to my left eye. So basically what they do with LASEK, they had these clamps to keep my eyes open, obviously so I won't blink. And then they make you stare at this green light. But the problem was this green light would change red sometimes, and I didn't know where to look. And then I swear to God, this red light would like switch places. So like I didn't know where to fucking look sometimes. But like I just like tried my hardest like with my will to just look straight wherever straight was. Like I was so disoriented, I didn't even know where straight was. But I just tried to like I don't know. It's very. I was like gritting my teeth, and I was just like trying not to like move my eyes, like my pupils, like just have it staring at that one spot. I don't know if, but I mean, I guess nothing wrong happened because at the end he said everything went perfect. So, but there, I was like really nervous at a point, like, oh my God, I'm not keeping my eyes straight. But basically, what he does is he put more anesthesia in my right eye. They like taped up my left eye, some bandages, and then my right eye, they put like this retainer on like above, like where my pupil's at. And this retainer is kind of like, you think about it as like a cookie cutter, right? It's like this circular metal thing. And then in that retainer, they poured like 20% alcohol to eat away at like I think it's called the epithelium. I could be wrong. And then they leave it there for about, I think it was like, they're counting down in Korean, I forget. I think it was like 30 seconds or something. And then I guess it like loosens up the membrane. And then you see him wiping it off with like tweezers and stuff. It's a really weird sensation. Like the anesthesia is in your eye, so you don't feel pain, but you still feel like the pressure and like, you feel the water going in your eye and the liquid and the coldness. But and you see him like wipe that thing off, like almost like windshield wipers. And then someone's calling me. Well, anyways, and then after that, after they scrape that off, it's like super blurry. It's almost looking at like, I don't know, like, when you see lights in the distance and it's just like really, that's all I saw. So I was like just trying to stare at this light, but like it's so blurry. So I'm just trying my best to look straight. And then he would do the laser ablation, whatever it's called. And then he would just like look straight, look straight, look straight, and he kind of would like grab my head a little bit too, so I wouldn't move. And then I'm drawing a blank. They didn't give me any drugs. I don't know why I'm feeling so stupid right now. Yeah, he did that, and he said, okay, everything went perfect. And then he did my left eye, repeating the process. And then as soon as they said I was done, they're like, okay, you can sit up now. I sit up, and there was like writing on the wall, which I didn't even notice before, because obviously my vision is so bad without my glasses. And I could make out the writing on the wall, which was crazy. Like immediately you can see about, like they said, like around 60% of your vision like is restored. So I could see about, about that much. Like it's still blurry, but I could still make out the letters because it was like big font. I mean, it wasn't like any typeface font, but like, and then they like, I felt really disoriented, it's just like a weird feeling. Like I literally felt like I got abducted by aliens. Like my eyeballs got raped by some alien probes or some shit. I don't know. Well, anyways, they like take you to this other room, and then there's this bed, and then there's like these like lazy boy type sofas, and there's only one bed, but I got the bed because I was like the first one in there. They made me lay down on the bed. I was there for maybe like 20 minutes, and I just kept my eyes closed the whole time. And then like towards the end, some other lady came in. They had her like on the lazy boy next to me, which was kind of awkward. But they were just like playing music, just to rest. And then finally she came in and said, "Okay, you're free to go now, and put on your shoes." And I put on my shoes, and she went back to the doctor, and he checked my eyes again with his like bright light, and he said, "Everything's fine. Everything looks perfect." I'm like, "Okay, thank you." And then I had to wait for my friend because he didn't get there yet. So then finally my friend came and got me, got on a taxi, and taxi ride home, I was just like tearing up like crazy. But now that I'm home, I feel fine. Um, Another thing, they told me to use my drops every 2 hours. And I'm recording for so long. I don't even know why I'm doing this. But anyways, they told me to record for 4 hours, and then what am I talking about? They told me to use my eye drops every 2 hours. I have to go back tomorrow around 2 p.m. for my checkup to see. So I guess how it works is you have a checkup one day after your operation to check if you have infection, and then they also put like this contact on top of my eye to act as like a bandage, basically, and I can't take it off for 4 days. So I have to go back in 4 days, so they can take out those contacts and check to see that my eyes are healing okay. And that's about it so far. I mean, I can't really think of anything else at the moment. Oh yeah, and I can't really so the first 4 days you really can't do anything. You can't take a shower. You can't. Well, you can take a shower, but you can't like get anything above your neck wet. Like you can't wash your face. You can't wash your hair. And yeah, so 4 days I'm just gonna be bumming it in my room. And yeah, you know, I can't wait to see what the results are gonna be in like 4 days to 2 weeks to a month. Because my vision has always been kind of depressing for me. Like, especially as a little boy, every time I went for an eye check every year, it would get like worse and worse and worse. Like by a point, like 1 year was 1 point, like -2, and then the next year's -3, and the next year's like -4, and then the next year's -5. Like if you have even at like -4, -5, you're pretty fucking blind. But I'm at like -8.25 and -7, so you can understand. I mean, if you have -4, you could still understand like how hard it must be for me to not have my glasses or contacts, like how blind I am. So this is like, I'm really excited. Even now I feel kind of blessed, even though I don't have my full vision, that I was able to do this. And hopefully there are no complications, everything goes well, and maybe I'll inspire someone else to be brave enough to go along with this operation. Me, it wasn't more of bravery, it was just like kind of like, I don't know, I guess it took some bravery, but it was more like, fuck it, I'm doing it. I've heard enough people tell me like they love their operations, and how they love being able to see now. And I haven't heard anyone personally have problems. So hopefully, like I'm cured. Like I'm not. It's like a disability. Like it's just. I just can't wait. I'm excited to see what the future holds. And yeah, if anyone else is interested in going here, it's called Dream Eye Center. They have one in Gangnam and they have one in Myeongdong. I went to the one in Gangnam because it was the closest one to me, being that I'm in Chamshir. And you just get off the subway, line 2, Gangnam Station. You go out, exit 2. You walk for like 5 minutes. You pass like a Dunkin' Donuts, and you pass like a YBM English Hagwon, and then you see this TNGT clothing store. It's in that same building as the TNGT. It's called a Fine Tower building. You go up to the 3rd floor, and that's it. That's where it's at. And wish me luck and pray for my recovery. And I'm gonna get some sleep now because I'm really tired. Especially because I got a cold like 2 days ago. I was freaking out about that too. Like, oh, am I not gonna be able to do my surgery because of my cold, or is it's gonna like mess it up? But I asked them and everything, and they said, no, you have nothing to worry about. Blah blah blah. I was even worried about like before the operation, like, what if I have to sneeze or cough because I'm sick? She's like, oh, just let the doctor know. You'll be fine. But like once I was like in that operation bed, like I was just like, like strapped in, like your mind, it's like mind over matter. Like you don't want to fuck up your eyes, so you just like look straight with like all your willpower, and yeah, everything went fine. And talk to you guys later. Bye.